Hey you guys, it's Nita. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. And as you can see by the title, this is a compilation. We're going to be checking out different types of narcissists and like people breaking it down, because y'all be scrolling on Facebook all the time and I'll be seeing back-to-back videos of them being like, ooh, this is what narcissists do and da-da-da. And I'm just like, hold on. Like, let me take these out. I'll be like, hold on, because y'all been dealing with narcissists my whole life. That's where like a lot of my trauma came from, was dealing with narcissistic family, friends and stuff. So we're gonna expose it today, period.
I used to love hard, but now I love accordingly. So don't you come up over here and ask me for nothing that I can't ask you for, because that's when the energy get finicky. Yeah, it's like people want more up out of me than what they willing to give. And it don't work like that. Because see, I learned a long time ago, when people ask me to do certain things for them that they're not willing to do for me, all they want to do is manipulate, use, and abuse me. But see, little do they know is I'm very caring, I'm very understanding, but I would never be your fool. Yeah, I would never be your fool. Because see, I would never let my loyalty keep me in situations that I know I ain't supposed to be in. And I also know that some people will never be loyal to me. Why? Because they can't give me what they never had. You ain't never experienced loyalty. You ain't never been loyal. You ain't gonna be loyal to me. More of the story, stop being considerate when you're not even being considered. Because, baby, all this people pleasing gotta stop. It's getting out of hand, baby. It's getting out of hand. And to be honest, we way too old for games, and we definitely too wise for lies. Sometimes you just gotta let it ride, baby.
And see, she's right about that, where she said we're too old to be lying. That's the thing. We're all adults. Like, people carried all those feelings that they felt from childhood into their adulthood, where they, you know, had to like lie to their parents and stuff like that. We're grown. We choose our lives. So you literally
can just stop lying. You can literally just stop.
But people choose to lie, and they choose to be manipulative and gaslighting people. So
I'm home. It's noon. I've been spiraling all night and all morning, wondering where you've been, and you've just been ignoring me. It's cruel. How could you do this to me? Relax. This should fix everything. What is that? It's a breadcrumb. You know, something bare minimum, like giving you a hug, or randomly telling you that I love you, or picking you up your favorite snack from the corner store, or your favorite, giving you a really short glimpse of the version of myself I portrayed at the beginning. Ooh, gimme. Wait, what about taking accountability for your behavior? Oh, that won't be necessary. When I give you this, it's going to make you feel really good. It's going to make you feel reconnected to me, make you feel hopeful, like things are getting better. And then you're just going to get distracted and forget whatever fucked up shit I just did. I'm going to condition you to crave these and get addicted to them. Here, test it out. Wow, this feels amazing in comparison to all the fucked up shit you do. I love it. When can I get the next one? You don't get to know that. Only I do. And it's going to be really inconsistent. You never know when you're going to get one. So you're going to stick around hoping and waiting for the next one. Did you seriously lie to me again? I can't believe you did this. You promised me you were going to stop. Here. Never mind. I feel good. I'm just glad we're on good terms again. Who are all these random women that you're talking to online? This is inappropriate. Here you go being insecure and making a big deal about nothing once again. Did you ever think that your behavior drives me to do some of the things that I do? I really don't like the way you talked to me last night. Please don't ignore me. You know the silent treatment triggers me. Why are you packing a suitcase? I can't do this anymore. You're never gonna change. It's been a while, hasn't it? Here you go. I feel really good about us. Wait, why do I have a suitcase? Are we going on vacation?
y'all, and this is so crazy, because that's more of like, you know, relationships. And the way that she's saying it, you know, they don't be like that. They be doing it so like, honestly, it's slick, but at the same time it's not. Because I saw this post on Facebook that was like, be careful because fake love feels real too, or something like that. Okay, so honestly, this video was gonna be like narcissistic type of vibe, but honestly, I think this is gonna be more of a like just exposing frauds. Like, honestly, I feel like fraudulent people are narcissists. People who don't show their true selves, the people who hide their true selves, people who hide their intentions. That's what a narcissist is. So we're going to be talking about all that, because
it should not be hard to cut somebody off that don't even do nothing for you, that don't bring no good in your life. Like, y'all ever find it hard to get over a person, and when you finally come to your senses, you be like, they're not even all that. You know what it is? You don't put this imaginary character in your mind about these people, and you don't put them on this pedestal that they're not even supposed to be on. And now you done made this fake illusion in your mind that they're just all that, and it's just so hard to get over them. Baby, they ain't talking about not that. I'm talking about nothing. I'm talking about nothing. Let that go. Hashtag let it go, boo.
And honestly, y'all, I don't even know what to call myself. Like the type of heart I have. I have a really caring heart. There's this post that I've seen. I see a lot of posts on Facebook, y'all. I've been seeing a lot of relatable stuff on Facebook. And I'm going to put a picture up here. It says, you want to know why I win? Because even at my lowest, I lifted up others. And that's exactly how I was. Like, when I went through all the stuff I went through, I wanted to lift up others. I didn't want to ever let anybody that I come in contact with feel that type of pain. Like, but others, instead of, you know, taking that pain and being like, I'm going to help people, they go destroy others. They go continue this cycle. And that was never in my mind frame. I heard treat others the way you want to be treated, and I took that and I ran with it, and I started putting people above me, and that's where the trauma came in, because I ran into the good old narcissistic people.
Let them go with the ones they think so highly of. If they always praising somebody else, let them go be with them. If they always comparing you to who they used to have, cool, let them go back. If they can't see your value while you standing in their corner, you in the wrong spot. You ain't in competition with nobody, especially somebody that ain't even you. Let them go chase the fantasy they got in their head. You too real to be overlooked. You don't gotta fight to be chosen. If it's that hard, you was never their first pick in the first place. They gonna learn the hard way. Cause the ones they think so highly of don't move like you. They don't love like you, and they don't show up like you. And the ones they idolize so much probably won't show up for them like you would. Let them find out without you. You gave grace, presence, and patience and still got treated like a placeholder. It's not your job to prove that you better. It's your job to walk away when you know you are. Some people don't appreciate what they had until they standing next to something they thought they wanted. And by then, you will be too far gone to reach. Let them go, because once you gone, they'll finally realize that you was the one keeping it all together. You don't lose value when they pick somebody else. They just lost access to what was really solid.
Y'all, she said a lot. And you know what? When she talks, it sounds conceited. It sounds like she's bragging on herself. But no, when you go outside in the world and you realize all this evilness and how you care for people, there's a difference. There's good and there's evil, period. And you know which side you're on. You know which side you're on. And I know I'm a good person. That's why it took me so long, y'all. It took me 24 years actually to figure out that there was like very, very evil people in the world, because that's how good my heart was, because I didn't realize people would do you like that. I had to get done like that over and over and over and over for me to realize people will do you like that. So if you know you got a good heart and you know you don't do people wrong, brag on yourself. Hey, keep spreading that goodness. Don't let these people take it away. Like, I really want to do this video so I can show these good-hearted people, keep being good-hearted people, but stop giving it to these people who will just take and take and take and never give it back in return.
Y'all, one thing about narcissists, they go around claiming to hate the exact shit they do. They'll say a million times until they're blue in the face how much they can't stand drama and how much they hate being around people who create drama. Meanwhile, they are the literal drama. They just casually go around creating all kinds of insane, devastating chaos, and then have the nerve to turn around and accuse you of disturbing their peace when you react to it. They live their life very selfishly, making all kinds of impulsive choices and reckless decisions that they think will benefit them while they're completely fucking you over. And then they have zero empathy and zero consideration for how these things will negatively affect you. And then they expect you to not say shit about it, to just carry on like nothing happened. And if and when you do naturally bring it up and mention the negative impact that it had on you, then they flip the script and accuse you of creating chaos and disturbing the peace. And then it turns into a thing where they gaslight you and try to convince you that you have no idea how to just chill and have a good day and be content. That you're just a negative person with negative energy, and you're searching, you're craving for something to be upset with them about, so that you can ruin the day and ruin the relationship. When all you're trying to do is talk to them about the chaos they literally just got through creating mere seconds ago. And there's the cycle. They create up chaos, you state the facts, hoping for accountability. Instead, they rage or stonewall and accuse you of starting shit. And it's not even just with you. They create chaos in all aspects of their life and then play the victim in the very chaos that they created. And over time, you become silent about it because they've conditioned you to feel like you are doing something wrong by bringing it up. And you already know that if you do, you're just going to get accused of starting shit. Y'all, There's nothing abnormal or wrong about bringing up someone's reckless behavior, especially when it affects you. They just want you to feel like there's something wrong with it, so you stop bringing it up so they don't have to take accountability or change anything. The next time that narcissist has a strong stance against something and they bring up how much they hate it all the time, just know they're probably confessing what they do. Oh, and P.S., I'm not suggesting that you start bringing it up again and trying to hold them accountable, because that's pointless. These relationships are pointless.
Yeah, okay, so everything she just said is spot on. And this is when we're going to get into this video. This is not going to be a whole little section of the video, just a video that I shared that ties into kind of things she was just saying. What she just said, when it comes to parents, because that was my first narcissist, was my parent. When you're raised by a narcissistic parent, y'all, it literally like fries your brain. Honestly, I wouldn't say fry. Like, it kind of does because you're a child. But just, okay, I'm going to play a video that's going to break it down more. But when you have a narcissistic parent and they're raising you, it literally messes you up mentally. Like, because as a child, your mind is literally like a canvas. Is how I like to explain it. A child's mind is like a canvas. And the parents are painting on it, you know? And they determine somewhat of how beautiful that painting is going to come out. Like, the parents helping the kid paint the canvas. But at first, they're the main artist, you know? And then they kind of just lead the kids along the way. So if you grow up in a chaotic, narcissistic home with a narcissistic parent, how do you think that child's mind is developing? It's developing in chaos and narcissistic environments. And that literally destroys the child's brain. So when they come into an adult, they're already fried. They're confused. They don't know anything. They're just thrown out into the world. And I'm telling you this out of experience because I was raised by a narcissistic parent. And when I started being on my own, I thought I was psychotic because I couldn't handle anything. I couldn't handle a job. I couldn't handle life. I couldn't handle nothing. Like, I was, y'all, it was so bad. And this is all recent. I'm in therapy and stuff now. But it literally messes you up. It literally messes up everything. Your emotions, my emotions were so out of whack. I had anxiety. Like, I still struggle with it, but I don't like claiming it. I had anxiety so bad, like, and it just came all out of nowhere. As soon as I hit adulthood, it all showed up. All the stuff I was going through, it showed up in my brain, my emotions, and just how I live my life. So this next video I'm gonna play is gonna kind of explain that. And like, y'all, this is so real. Like, we have to spread awareness on this stuff because too many people take themselves out every year because of how they was feeling. Like, I used to want to take myself out, but I didn't because I know I wanted to be here. I just knew something was going on, and I got to the bottom of it, and that's why I'm making this video.
Not disrespectful for your kids to tell you how they feel. Let me tell you why. Because when your kids sit there and they tell you, you did this to me, you did that to me, you made me feel like this, you made me feel like that, it convicts you as a parent. It makes you feel like you did something wrong, which you did. You should feel like that. But you don't like feeling like that, especially coming from a child. So let me tell you what happens. When you don't allow your child to speak up and tell you how they feel, when they get older, they will become people pleasers and they'll let people treat them like crap. They feel like whatever they're about to say has no value because you as a parent did not let your kids open up to you about how they feel, about how you did them wrong. So when they get older and they meet people just like you, because there's a lot of people like you, they won't know how to speak up and they'll stay in abusive situations. Your kid telling you that they feel like the punishment you gave them was wrong is okay. Your kid telling you that they feel like what you did to them was unfair, it's okay. Your kid is a human being besides you. You're looking at your child as if they're an extension of you. Because you would never say that to yourself. So when your kid says something different to you, you already feel like, oh no, you're wrong, you're disrespectful. It's not disrespectful. Your kid is a human being with their own feelings and own thoughts. They should be able to come to you as their parent, tell you where they feel like you did them wrong. So when they get older, they can clock anybody else who does it to them. But not because you decided to say it's disrespectful and you're hurting my feelings and you have no place as a child. When they get older, they're going to be people pleasers, or they're going to allow people to abuse them and never speak up because they feel like their voice has no value because you did not show them that their voice has value. Thank you.
Your millennial child going no contact with you isn't because they're ungrateful, you fed and watered them for 18 years. It's because they told you 100 times what hurt them, and instead of listening, you played victim, became emotionally abusive, and then they had to set a boundary to protect themselves the way you wouldn't protect them. Who said that?
Well, I'm not a millennial, but You better speak, sis.
Let me say something that's going to rattle a lot of egos, but it's long overdue. Most men don't actually like women. They like the idea of a woman, especially when it benefits them. I'm Jacob Riante, I'm Big Bro, and it don't matter if the men don't get it. Ladies, this message is for you. They don't crave partnership, they crave power disguised as love. They don't want a woman they can connect with. They want a woman they can control without consequence. Take away the sex, submission, silence, and the validation. And most of these men wouldn't even like the woman they're with. Because the truth is, a lot of men only feel masculine when a woman feels less than. They confuse dominance with leadership and then call manipulation protection. And they'll weaponize your femininity just to keep their ego fed. That's why when you're quiet, they say you're soft. When you speak up, they say you're disrespectful. When you compromise, they call you wifey material. But the moment you set a boundary, suddenly you're difficult. Let's go deeper. A lot of these men don't pursue women because they're ready for love. They pursue women to heal the part of themselves they refuse to face. So they'll date you like you're a therapist, drain you like you're a battery, and discard you like you're a phase. They'll mirror your language to gain access to your heart, then guilt trip you when you stop pouring into them. They'll spiritualize control, throw God's name over their ego, and call it covering you. But real coverage doesn't cage you. Real leadership doesn't silence the voice God gave you. They study just enough about women to seduce them, but never enough to sustain them. They learn your patterns to predict you, not to protect you. They memorize your weaknesses to manipulate you, not to meet you. That's why so many women end up questioning themselves instead of questioning him, because he built a version of love where your peace has to suffer for its pride to survive. The crazy part, he'll still say, I love women. No, he loves what women give him. He loves the access, the attention, submission, not connection, accountability, or growth. So if you really want love, stop entertaining men who like being loved by women and start choosing men who actually like women. Men who admire your mind, not just your body. Men who protect your peace, not just your image. Men who are emotionally fluent enough to lead with empathy, not intimidation. Because a man who truly likes women will never have to break one to feel powerful. He'll build with her. He'll pray with her. He'll learn her language instead of rewriting her story. Love doesn't shrink you. Real love expands you. And if he's intimidated by your light, he was never meant to hold your flame. And remember, ladies, accept nothing less than queen treatment.
Wait. What? Wait. Hold on. When I tell you Mike drop, I'm speechless, because what he just said everything and cut the video. He just said everything, and it took me like a decade to figure that out. It took me a decade to figure that out. He just said it all. He just broke it down. Everything he just said was so true. Please, like, if you gotta rewind that back and listen to it again when I tell you everything he said is so true. And I make these videos just to expose these people, because they go around destroying people's souls. Like, when I tell you my soul was destroyed being around these type of people, and I need to make my next one gonna be about friends, because these people come in every form. Family members, friends, literally could be your sister, your mom, your dad, your cousin, your grandma. Like, I've heard stories of so many different type of people that are like this. Even grandparents, like your own parents is wild. I'm not gonna lie. Like, mothers are the main ones with their daughters. Like, it's so much stuff going on. It's not even just relationships. But when it comes to dudes, he just spoke nothing but truth. Nothing but truth. Like, literally, did that right there. What he just said, that, bro, cut the show. Like, literally, I just want to end the video now. Like, and I'm going to, so y'all. Because that right there, that was mic drop. So my next one probably going to be about narcissistic friends, because when I tell you that's all I encountered in my life was narcissistic people, period. Friends, family members, guys, like, nothing but. But you guys, I love you so much. I thank you for tuning in and watching today. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more like this, or more of just me, period, hit the subscribe button. And I'll see y'all in my next video. Love you guys. Bye.